my cookies. Okay, so today we're making a one-pot chicken casserole. Is the best way to explain it. Okay, so come along. Okay, so what we got is we've got 2 breasts of chicken that are diced. We've got about 350 mils of chicken stock, and also I've put in there 32 grams of tomato puree paste. Okay, so we've got 2 garlic cloves, some oregano, about a teaspoon I would say, 5 grams of basil, about 5 grams of parsley and chives. We've got some sun-dried tomatoes. This worked out about 6. Drain off the excess. It's fine. You can get these from most supermarkets as well. 1 shallot. About 200 grams of new potatoes, which are peeled. And about 200 grams of mushrooms as well. And then you've got salt, pepper and corn flour. And you've got some soft cheese here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chicken there, but I'm going to take this back and put it in the fridge for the moment. And we've got bacon as well, yes. So bacon is about 6 to 8 slices, depending what you want on it. Okay, so let's start putting this on. So put this in, bit of olive oil. I'm going to bring these over as well. Bring our mushrooms over. Bring some of our herbs over as well. Shallots. Shallots and I can't think what they're called, chives. Okay, so pop in your shallots. Now be careful because these are diced quite small, so they will burn quite quickly, so keep an eye out on them. And then we are also going to put in our mushrooms. Okay, so we'll salt and pepper in a minute. I'm just going to literally mix them in the oil just a tiny bit, just to help. Now, the reason why I've put the mushrooms in with the shallots is because they're quite little, they're going to burn. So the mushrooms will let off a little bit of water. So hopefully it will help the onions a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to fry this off and then I'll be back in a minute. See you in a bit. Okay, so that's almost ready. So we're just going to put the garlic in now as well. Because it's grated garlic, it will have a bit, it will burn quite quickly. So once again, put it in a bit later with the mushrooms. But I'm sure I've explained that in more of my videos. If you're new to my videos, obviously look back on them, you know, and see what you think. But we welcome everybody. Okay, so that's that done, and then what we're going to start doing is putting in our chicken as well. So put the chicken in. I'm going to pop that over there because obviously that's my chicken in. I'm going to wash my hands as well because I've held something with chicken in it. Okay, so pop this all in. I'm going to put a bit more pepper in. Now we're going to fry this up a little bit, the chicken, because we don't really want a boiled chicken. It's not very nice, to be honest. But you have to be careful with breast chicken, well, chicken breast, because chicken breast can dry out quite quickly. So you can use thighs if you like. Thighs aren't our favourite. Thighs I find can get really tough. They need a really slow cook. So that's why I don't generally use them in my cooking. Okay, so we're going to put our chives in. I love chives, there's something so nice about them. They're quite cute as well. Okay, so fry this off. And then we'll start adding all the other bits as well. So we'll bring them all over here. It'll be easier. Oh look, there's some rogue ones. Let's put them in. Okay, so I'm going to put my basil in. The basil was a bit small today because the delivery that we got, basil came crushed. So I had to pick from my little one that I had left over. So they're a bit diddy, but it'll be alright. Okay, so we're going to put in our oregano. See, that's dried. You can get it fresh, but they just tend to not have it in the supermarkets, so I always buy the dried. I do prefer fresh herbs, but I will use dried. Okay, so put in your sun-dried tomatoes. Give it a good double mix. Okay, so we're going to start putting in our potatoes. So this is all the base. And then I'm going to chop up the bacon into it. To be honest, you don't need to see me chopping up bacon, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I've cut my bacon. So I'm going to put in my corn flour. It's probably, oh, now it's less, but it's because of a tablespoon. I'll tell you what, you lot are used to me, but anybody who's new watching must think, oh my God, what on earth is going on? It's just the craziness that happens in this kitchen. Okay, so give it a stir. As you can see, look, it's a bit red as well from where I've put the tomato puree. It's so much easier doing it this way as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to just thicken it up a little bit. So it won't go like a really red colour at the moment because obviously it's trying to sort out the flour that you've put in. If you don't want to put flour in, you don't have to. The potatoes will kind of soak up a little bit. Trying to think if there's any other ideas of really thickening it up. I will have a look on the internet and have a look. But you can reduce it, but then obviously you risk your chicken going really overdone. So okay, so we're just going to let this reduce a little bit. Okay, so it's thickening a little. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the lid on and we're going to leave it for around 5 to 6 minutes. Remember my potatoes were part boiled, so so do the same. Otherwise you're going to be ages waiting for them to cook. Okay. Okay, so we're back. It's been going for about 6 minutes, so it should be all right now. Okay. Put your cream cheese in. Okay, so while I'm putting the cream cheese in, I'm just going to turn it down just a little bit because I don't want the cream cheese to over mix. Just get this juice away. We'll see. Gary's having a good laugh anyway. I'm sure you'll be all be having a good laugh as well. Okay, so mix it all in. If you want to add a bit more tomato puree, you can do. You can add a little bit of passata if you like, not too much though, otherwise it's going to end up being a bit too much, a bit too tomatoey, which is not what you really want. You want it to be more of a like a creamy tomato rather than a big like waft of it inside your mouth. Okay, just bring it up to boil just a tiny bit, and then I think we're done. Does look nice though. Might put just a little bit more pepper in it. Now I have seasoned it with salt, but obviously at the beginning I won't put any more salt in it because you've got the salt from the stock and the salt from the bacon as well. So to be honest, that'd be too much. So I won't put that much more in. Okay, so just going to get one of these. There we go. Right, so bring this over. Pop a bit of that in. Okay, and I'm going to do the other one. Just sort this out. Okay, try and get an even amount of everything. So you want a bit of bacon and a bit of tomato and a bit of chicken as well. This is Gary's portions. Gary normally has a bigger portion than me. But I might add just a tiny bit more because it does look very delicious, I must admit. Okay, so let me just move these out the way. So there you are, my coquettes. There is your chicken casserole. Well, thank you very much for watching. We really do appreciate it. So please like, please share, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.